Good morning, everybody. This is the first webinar for Warrior Medicine. My name is Gray Hunt. I'm happy to have you all joining me this morning. This is a new platform for me, so I'm adjusting to being on camera without hearing you at the same time. But I'm really excited to be able to use this as an opportunity to reach more people that aren't in the same city or the same state, even the same country this morning. I'm happy to have people from all around the world joining me here today. So let's get started. I love helping people deepen their intimacy. I really enjoy sexuality for myself, intimacy in all forms, whether it's physical touch, emotional, mental, spiritual connection within myself, with my partner. And I acknowledge that men and women are very different. And in support of my male friends, I wanted to put together this webinar to share some concepts and ideas that might help you to deepen your intimacy and drive your woman wild a little bit more in her language. So I put together 6 tips for today that I'd like to share with you. And I'm going to go through these one by one. And if you have any questions or comments, there is a chat forum on the side. I'd love to hear your feedback along the way. And then at the end, I'll do a little live Q&A while I open it up to you for any questions you might have for me, for yourself, or things that came up for you as you listened along. So let's begin. Phrase number 1. Do you know how beautiful you are? Tell me how beautiful you are. Now, we know you can never give enough compliments, especially when they're genuine. And a woman loves to be reminded how beautiful and attractive she is. She likes to know if you like what she's wearing, how her hair is done, if you like how she did her makeup that day, the way that she moved for you. Let her know she looks beautiful. And then when you ask her to respond and repeat it back to you, she has to think for a moment, like, wow, am I beautiful? She'll take a moment to question herself. And in this moment, as she's questioning herself, she'll have to reaffirm with herself that she does feel attractive. She does like the way she looks, especially with you, because you make her feel beautiful. So when you tell her, she knows. And when she has to tell it back to you, she definitely knows. So we move on to tip number 2. This one is for you guys. Plan a date night where you make all the arrangements. You pick the restaurant, make the reservation, figure out the directions, the time, maybe you even order the meal. You drive, and all she has to do is worry about what she's going to wear that evening, the radio station or song in the car, and scratching the back of your hair or massaging your neck and staring at you like this while you drive. This really gives her an opportunity to feel safe. You've created a safe container for her to go wild. So she's not worried about, oh, I've got to do this errand or that errand, rushing around, preparing. When she shows up, she's just thinking, wow, he took care of all of this. All I had to do was look cute. He's really in charge. He can take control. He can handle it. He can handle me. So all I have to do is worry about how much I really like this guy and admire him, respect him, look sexy for him, find that song that's your jam. So you're just grooving to the beat of your connection and your energy together. I'm interested to see how that one works for you. I get a lot of positive feedback on that one from people that I recommend it to. The girls love it, and usually the men really enjoy feeling in control for the evening. We'll move on to the next tip. Um, this tip is really about showing that you want to have unique new experiences with your partner. This is where you can say to her, you know, I have always wanted to try a dance class. I've never done that before. I would love to try that together with you. Now, maybe dance class isn't the thing that you'll choose. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's rock climbing. It could be anything. You could be painting pottery or taking a cooking class together. But it's something new that you've never tried before. Maybe your partner has never tried before. And together, you're showing commitment to try new things, willing to be vulnerable together. Maybe you laugh at yourselves in the process and you both get to experience this new energy, creative life force coming into your space together. So I encourage you to let her know that you want to try new things together. This next one is an interesting one for guys. For girls, usually they get it right away because they understand that we really like to be supported, and that can be sexier than a G string or a dance or a selfie. We're not usually looking for all of those things from men in the same way that they find them appealing from us. So, what do we find appealing? If it's not maybe, these selfies or ass shots from our dude, what is it that we want? We really want to feel safe and supported. We want to have this container that allows us to just be free, to be ourselves, gives us permission to let our hair down and be wild for you. So, a way that you can show that, show your support as it leads into the bedroom, is with this comment. Meet me in the bedroom right after I take out the garbage. Now, that may not sound sexy as it rolls off the tongue, but the way it will ignite her to let her know we're going to get things done. I'm going to help you and be there for you, and you're supported. So it's okay. And now that she knows that you're the man, you're taking care of things, you're handling things, she has a minute or two to go and prepare herself. Maybe she wants to touch up her lipstick, fix her hair. Maybe it's those 5 minutes that took you to go help with that one errand that relieved her from maybe a domestic something that she may have supported you with generally, to go and put on some cute lingerie. Maybe she has that garter belt or that, who knows, a new toy that she's wanted to try with you. And she just needs a minute or two to get in her space, to get things set up, to feel comfortable and relaxed. So when you walk into that bedroom, after you've taken out the garbage and washed your hands, When you walk back in that bedroom and she's there looking fresh, feeling confident because you've created the safe space, and she knows that you're coming back for her. She's there waiting for you. And trust me, when you make eye contact for that first moment, without even knowing where this might go, you'll know that you've created this moment to be together just for you two, to be intimate, to connect and explore. So let's move on to the next one. I have here in my secret notebook written down one of my favorite things. And this is to recap on your intimate experiences. Now, we have crazy lives. I'm a single mom. I'm starting a business. I'm doing teacher trainings, clients, all sorts of things, plus my hobbies and exercise and sleep if I can get any, right? Now, if you can relate to having these wild schedules, whether you're dating or you live with a partner, you have a husband or a wife, somebody that you're connected with, but you're so busy, you don't even have time to soak in these pearls, these moments that you share sometimes, to acknowledge how important they are, how much they mean to you. So, my suggestion is to recap. So, the next time you find yourself in a heated, passionate evening with your lover and you're doing wild things, maybe that thing you only do every so often, or on a birthday or a holiday, and maybe it's just something sweet. Maybe it was just vanilla missionary style, and you just shared a moment where your eyes met and you felt your connection. Whatever it is, when you notice something in your intimate moment, the next day is where you really drive it in. You reinforce, you affirm these moments and make them true by how you remember them and recall them with your partner. So the next morning, my suggestion is to prepare them to recap this with you by sending a sweet message. Maybe it's a text, and you just let them know, hey, I had a beautiful night with you. It was really sweet and intimate, and I would love to share with you some of these beautiful things that came up for me that I've been thinking about. If we could talk about that later, I would love to. However you want to put that, right? When we have a moment, I would love to talk about this, indulge with you, and recap on our experience. So not only is this flirtatious and sweet and keeps this energy rolling between you two, when you do get that moment to recap, maybe it's later that evening or even the next day, depending how your schedule is, when you two get together, you can really talk about how that experience affected you. Like, wow, I really felt how close we were. I love how connected we are. When you touched me like this, it made me feel this way inside. When you were doing this, I could see the look on your face, and I felt this way. Our connection makes me feel this way. I look forward to doing more of this with you. How did you like it when I did this? How did this make you feel? All these questions you can ask yourself, your partner, to just really capture these beautiful pearls of these moments you have, because they can be so fleeting. We don't always remember what somebody says to us or exactly what happened, but we remember how we feel, the energy that we're left with after these experiences that we have. So when we take a moment to really meditate on them together and within ourselves, we get to choose for ourselves moving forward if we'd like to continue with these experiences, how they made us feel. That made me feel good. I'd like to do more of that. This made me feel not so great. I'd like to figure out why not. Maybe I don't want to do that again. Whatever it is you're learning about yourself, you're learning about your partner, you're really reinforcing your own choices and how you can deepen your intimacy within yourself and each other. So we'll move on to my next tip. So this one is really, really important, actually. And even though this one doesn't get you into sex or in the bedroom right away, it allows you to create a safe space for your partner to be vulnerable with you, to really be themselves with you. So it is tonight, and you can say this to your partner. Tonight, I just want to hold you. Now, maybe that isn't getting you laid tonight, but it's allowing her to just take a deep breath and know, oh, I can actually talk to him. He wants to hear me. He wants to acknowledge me and be my friend. He wants to be there for me. And then maybe you have to listen to a little bit of things that you don't want to for a moment. But, you know, why not just listen to whatever her day is, her drama is, her thing? Just let her get it off her chest. Everybody just wants to be heard sometimes. And as she's laying there leaning on you and you're listening and smiling, thinking how cute she is, maybe in your t-shirt that she's wearing, or how cute she is when she feels comfortable with you to just tell you whatever's going on. She feels safe and she feels she can come to you. This creates your friendship, your bond together, and will lead into so many other things, so many other opportunities to be vulnerable together. So the next time you're in the bedroom, being more intimate, she'll know maybe she can open up and tell you what feels good a little bit more. She can tell you she likes that touch. She wants you to do more of this. And she'll have that open, vulnerable dialogue and communication with you already. So these are, just some tips I'm sharing today. And I feel like I could go on and on with a lot of these. And these are really actionable things that you can do, because we get these big picture ideas of, oh, I need to be more available for my partner. I need to listen to her more, or, what can I do? And often these big picture ideas don't give us real things that we can take home and put into practice. So having a phrase you can use, you work up the nerve, you think about your scenario, you're like, oh, I can do that actually. I can actually plan a date for my girlfriend. I can pick a place. I can make arrangements. Maybe that's something I've never done before, but it's simple, and you can try it. It doesn't have to be a lavish evening and so expensive and so out there. You don't have to go buy some crazy sex toys or think you need to watch some video or, you know, move 3 times to the right and then stroke 3 times to the left, and all of a sudden you're the guru of sex with your partner. These are things that drive emotion and intimacy and connection, which creates vulnerability and trust that deepens your friendship, that deepens your ability to be open, to really be yourself with your partner, to be yourself. And that's really with warrior medicine, what my passion is for people, to help you be more of yourself. The more honest and comfortable you are in your own skin, the more comfortable you can be with your partner, the more real, sincere connections you create in life, and the more fun you have. The more comfortable I am in my skin, no matter how strange or weird my curiosities might be when it comes to intimacy and sexuality, the more honest I am, the more I'm able to tell my partner and actually get to try these things and indulge. I say really strange things to my partner all the time about, like, oh, I'm really curious about this. Have you ever thought about that? Do you want to try that maybe? And he just looks at me and shakes his head and laughs. But he loves that I'm willing to just be myself. And that makes it really fun to just be yourself, you know, when you don't hold back. Because life is too long to live it for somebody else, for somebody else's rules, for somebody else's insecurities. Get comfortable in your own skin. Create the life, the relationship, the intimacy that you want to have with your partner. And it's contagious. The more your partner sees you being more like yourself, the more it gives them permission to be themselves. And the more adventures you're going to open up between you two. I really promise you that being genuine with yourself and in your intimacy will create new adventures and open new doors. And you didn't even know you would be open minded to exploring for yourself. So, these are my tips for today. I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. We do have a YouTube video coming out soon, which will have some of these tips in there and more to drive your woman wild. I also have a class, Introductory Tantra and Sacred Sexuality for Men, coming up, which I'll post the flyer here shortly. And really, just this is the tip of the iceberg. I want to keep it short and sweet and actionable for everybody so they can really take home something. So I'm going to keep this open to everybody who joined in today. And I'd love to open up some questions to you guys. So whatever you'd like to ask me, if something came up for you with what I suggested today, let me know. What did you guys think about it? So I see someone asked here about a dance class recommendation. So lately, I'm somebody who has danced my whole life and was probably self-proclaimed great dancer until I took a salsa class. Now, being somebody who could dance on my own and flow freely was wonderful till I tried to dance with a partner, which was an extremely humbling experience. I'm a strong woman who tends to be a leader of my own, and having to be partnered up with someone who was leading me and directing me was really a beautiful experience. I could feel how I had to really drop into my feminine energy and allow this partner to direct me to follow his beat and his sway and his hips. And I think I would recommend salsa or any kind of partner dancing where you have to learn to work together, um, with maybe some music. It's a little bit sexier, but really creating that connection where you can hold a space as a masculine energy and let the feminine be led by you. So I would definitely recommend salsa. I see we have a salsa king in the audience. Um, oh yeah. So also the YouTube video coming out. I have a YouTube video coming out on the Warrior Medicine channel, and that will be entitled Six Tips to Drive Your Woman Wild. So that will recap on some of the things that I shared here today, as well as a couple things that I didn't. So this will be a nice way that you can check in and use them one at a time as you can fit them in to your dating and intimate life. So I will put up actually here also. Um, this is the flyer. Let's see. For the men's Tantra class coming up. So this is in Marina Del Rey. Um, Usually I do a 4-week class, and I've decided to do an introductory class this time. That's just a one night for people that want to get some more information and really see what this is about. So this is deeper into Tantra and sacred sexuality, where I give more of an overview of what Tantra is, and how you can apply this sort of ancient tantric methods to, modern life, make them real for yourself. So this is listed, and linked on warriormedicine.co.co. So you can sign up there if you're interested. So that one is definitely interesting, and the YouTube channel will be listed on the website. That'll come out this week, hopefully within the next few days or by the end of the week. That'll be listed up there on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, and I know these are interesting tips. Um, in my classes for men, I definitely give more specific tips in the bedroom, through the weeks as the class gets more intimate. But these are things that I think would be just accessible to anyone, without having to worry about a physical touch thing, because really this is where intimacy begins. This is where sexuality begins, through our connection with people, through sharing energy first before we ever even touch somebody. So I hope that these, and glad that these were not what you expected, and interested to hear from you how these worked. Um, if you go to warriormedicine.co, you can sign up for a newsletter. You can also send me an email through there, through our contact. You can check me out at Grey_Hunt on Instagram, GREY_HUNT. And you can connect with me there, DM me there too. Um, Obviously, I'm very open minded, so whatever questions or anything that comes up for you, I'm here and interested to hear. So anything else from today? Let's see. Oh yeah, recommend for a date night. So one of my tips today was to plan a date night where you make the plans. So that sounds like a lot of work, maybe if you're a busy working individual. So think about, first, you probably have a budget. If you're not worried about it, maybe you have a fancy restaurant and you take her to Nobu and Malibu, and that's the thing. If that's not within your budget, I would think about somewhere that isn't too loud, somewhere that you can hear each other, somewhere with comfortable seating you can sit next to each other, perhaps. Anywhere with a view or outdoors is nice. Um, I think about creating an intimate experience with your partner, right? So you don't want to be in a hard chair across a long table. Maybe you want to be able to put your hand on her leg or your arm around her in a booth. If it's too loud, too much like a party, maybe you can't focus on each other or you're screaming to talk to one another, you know. So think about that. And it doesn't have to be fancy. There's beautiful places if you're local to the west side here. I think about the Irwin Hotel. The rooftop there on the weekends is beautiful. You can go sit up on the lounge top, maybe get a glass of wine or order an appetizer, look at the beach, not too loud, and it's amazing. Um, they're not paying me for this, so maybe I should think about that next time before I advertise. Um, but also Plant Food and Wine on Abbot Kinney. They have beautiful spots in their outdoor garden. If you're vegan, it would be a beautiful date night there. They put lights in the trees outside, anything like that, an ocean view. And it's more about that you're making the plans for her, that you're like, don't worry about it. I've got the place. I'm going to pick you up at this time, or we're leaving at this time. Just look cute for me. Wear that dress I like, or just wear whatever you feel the most beautiful and attractive in. That's what I want you to wear tonight. So you're setting up the space and creating a sexy environment and time to just focus on each other. Let's see. I'm going to check our other questions here. Hopefully that was helpful for a date night and gave you a little more recommendation for that. Let's see. Oh, thank you. So many sweet compliments from everybody. I really appreciate it. Um, my information comes from the heart. Um, I'm so grateful to be in an incredible, uh, I guess you could say, relationship right now. Enjoying time with a partner that is so fulfilling for me. But I know it hasn't always been like that for me. I was married on and off for 10 years, and that wasn't always exciting or fulfilling. I've been single and incredibly lonely, really working on myself and preparing and priming myself to be a partner that I want to be. So I feel you at whatever position you are of together or alone or in a relationship or working on yourself. I feel you. And I hope that this can be supportive for you and help you deepen your intimacy, appreciation for yourself, for your partner, for your life, and really help you to increase the value of your own life and experiences in every moment. So until next time, I look forward to speaking with you again. And please reach out. I'm here for you. And have a beautiful Sunday. Enjoy it. And big love to you.